Panic attacks are a subject I want to talk about in this video. If you have panic attacks, then this video can be difficult to watch. Please take breaks and listen to your body while watching this. I want to talk about more than just what they are, but also go into ways you can learn to stop panic attacks before they start. Panic attacks are sudden periods of intense fear that may include palpitations, sweating, shaking, shortness of breath, numbness, or a feeling that something bad is going to happen. A person will feel like they are dying or having a heart attack. They typically last anywhere from a few seconds to an hour. Despite the extreme discomfort, they are not typically dangerous. The cause of an attack may be obvious or unclear. You should visit a doctor to make sure it's not something more serious. People with panic attacks often report a fear of dying or heart attack, flashing vision, faintness or nausea, numbness throughout the body, heavy breathing and hyperventilation, trembling, shortness of breath, heart palpitations, chest pain or chest tightness, hot flashes, cold flashes, burning sensations, particularly in the face or neck, sweating, nausea, dizziness, or slight vertigo, lightheadedness, tingling sensations, sensations of choking or smothering, difficulty moving, and derealization. These physical symptoms are interpreted with alarm in people prone to panic attacks. This results in increased anxiety and forms a positive feedback loop. Some people also suffer from tunnel vision, mostly due to blood flow leaving the head to more critical parts of the body in defense. These feelings may provoke a strong urge to escape or flee the place where the attack began, a consequence of the fight or flight response in which the hormone causing this response is released in significant amounts. This response floods the body with hormones, particularly epinephrine, adrenaline, which aid it in defending against harm. Panic disorder often occurs in early adulthood, although it may appear at any age. It occurs more frequently in women and more often in people with above-average intelligence. A person with an anxious temperament, excessive need for reassurance, hypochondriacal fears, overcautious view of the world, and cumulative stress have been correlated with panic attacks. In adolescence, social transitions may also be a cause. Drugs can also cause panic attacks. People suffering from complex PTSD are under constant anxiety and are especially prone. People will often experience panic attacks as a direct result of exposure to an object, situation that they have a phobia for. Panic attacks may also become situationally bound when certain situations are associated with panic due to a previously experiencing an attack in that particular situation. People may also have a cognitive or behavioral predisposition to having panic attacks in certain situations. Some maintaining causes include avoidance of panic-provoking situations or environments, anxious, negative self-talk, what-if thinking, mistaken beliefs, these symptoms are harmful and/or dangerous, and withheld feelings. This can lead to agoraphobia or avoidance. Panic attacks are horrible to go through. They can destroy your life. For over 5 years, I had daily panic attacks lasting around 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes more than once a day. When I wasn't having an attack, I was in extreme discomfort from high anxiety, waiting for the next one. After an attack, you feel completely drained, like you have been hiking up a mountain all day. No matter how many times it happens, each time you feel you are really dying. My life stopped for those 5 years. My only goal was not to kill myself. Even going to sleep was painful. I would lie awake with my heart pounding, waiting for exhaustion to overtake the fear. The way I think of a panic attack is like being held prisoner. You have been placed in someone's basement. You hear them stomping around on the wooden floor upstairs. Once or twice a day they come and put a gun in your face. You wait for them to pull the trigger, but they just hold the gun on you for 30 or 45 minutes, then turn around and leave. No matter how many times it happens, you never get used to it. You always think this time they will pull the trigger. People who have repeated, persistent attacks or feel severe anxiety about having another attack are said to have panic disorder. Common treatments include cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. Drugs such as SSRIs have been helpful for some people. Benzodiazepines can have an immediate effect of calming. Both drugs are extremely difficult to stop taking. They result in terrible side effects, and benzos are extremely addictive. Caffeine reduction or elimination can help, also reducing calorically dense foods or alcohol, which can also cause increased heart rate that will trigger panic. Exercise may provoke an attack, but if you can manage it, exercise is very effective at reducing stress and panic attacks. Muscle relaxation works well. In order to do it, you tense one muscle on your body. Say you tense your bicep for a count of 5, then relax it. Move on around your body. Breathing exercises can exacerbate panic if done incorrectly. One positive breathing exercise is a 5-2-5 count. Using the stomach or diaphragm and not the chest. Inhale, feel the stomach come out as opposed to the chest expanding for 5 seconds. As the maximal point of inhalation is reached, hold the breath for 2 seconds, then slowly exhale over 5 seconds. Repeat this cycle twice and then breathe normally for 5 cycles. 1 cycle equals 1 inhale plus 1 exhale. The point is to focus on the breathing and relax the heart rate. Regular diaphragmatic breathing may be achieved by extending the out-breath by counting or humming. Another great trick I have used is distraction. Engage your body. Try doing math problems. Try juggling or throwing a wadded up piece of paper in a trash can over and over. I've also heard some people say smiling can short-circuit it, because you can't do both at the same time. I didn't know about that one when I had attacks, so I don't know if it works. So far I've discussed ways to lessen the effects of panic. Here's how I personally overcame it. As I said earlier, my panic attacks were bad and affected me for years. So if I can do it, you can too. A panic attack is like a roller coaster. Once you are strapped in and the ride starts, you can't get off. You just have to wait for it to end. In order to stop a panic attack, you have to learn to recognize the early warning signs that it's going to happen. Before an attack, I will start to feel my heart rate increase. I may start to feel tingling in my hands, or they may go numb. Then I will feel like I am not getting enough oxygen and start to breathe more rapidly. My thoughts will start to race. The attack builds in intensity. The more fearful you get, the worse the symptoms. Fear is like gas on a fire to a panic attack. The early signs will be different for everyone. You have to learn your own signs. When you learn to recognize the signs you are about to teeter over the cliff and fall into a panic attack, you can do something that sounds so simple you may not believe it will work, but this is what I did. When I felt the early signs, I would say to myself, "Oh good, it's just a panic attack." Then I would immediately start to calm down. I would get all the way to the edge of the cliff and pull myself back with those simple words. But why did that work? It worked because I taught myself that a panic attack couldn't really hurt me. I had years of proof. The problem is, if the attack goes past the point of no return, you can't use logic to calm it down anymore. You have to catch it before. I would feel the symptoms, recognize them for what they were, a panic attack building. Then I would think, "Oh good, this is just a panic attack, nothing serious. I am not in any danger." This may not work the first time. It took me repeated attempts, but each time I stopped one, it gave me more confidence. I haven't had an attack for 8 years. I on occasion still feel one building, but at this point it's second nature to stop it in its tracks. What are some things you do to minimize or even stop your panic attacks? Leave a comment below. If you feel this video is helpful to you or may benefit others, you can support this project in several ways. On YouTube, subscribing to my channel and liking the videos gets YouTube to recommend them to more people. I also have a Patreon account. There you can make a small donation. I will be adding extra content there as a way to thank everyone. The link is provided below. However you choose to support this channel, it will be a small step towards connecting with others, which is maybe the most important step in healing from CPTSD. Thank you for your support.